Morning, folks. Welcome back to another great episode of Wake Up Call by Design. I'm Design, and this is the Wake Up Call. Again, we do this intentionally from the bedside, just as a metaphor to just get something done, get something accomplished in the world, make an impact, and get up there and see what we can do, what you can do, okay? What we can do together. Kumbaya. So, today's subject matter, I'd like to get right into the subject highlighted, is attitude determines your latitude. Attitude determines your latitude. What does that mean? Attitude is everything, okay? Attitude and fair weather treatment is like something that I'm starting to see in behavior, displayed in people's behavior these days. And I guess a couple key questions for you, just out of the spirit of being helpful. Is your attitude in check? How do you feel when you leave the house? You engage with people. Are you processing something that's gonna add to situations or take away? Okay? This is what we commonly classify as selective behavior. Okay? Selective behavior. One of the famous artists out right now has a song called Fake Love, and it's nothing worse. Maya Angelou said something one time, great quote. She said, people may forget what you do, people may forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you make them feel. There's something to be said about being genuine, not being fake love, bad attitude. People can read that. That's why we've been given the gift of instinct and discernment. Okay? Consistency is the key. Consistency in your attitude is the key. Just understand, it's your contribution. So, whatever you decide for the day that you're going to focus on, highlight, give back to the world, then make sure and touch someone's life. Maybe 1 to 2 people, to 3 people. How much ever energy, but just do your part. Okay? And please understand, I'm still working on me also. We're in this together. This is all for mental wellness. Mental wellness is the goal. So let's get that back into the discussion. I actually would like, I get juiced, or I get excited or motivated when everyone wins. So that's what this is all about. It's just, a discussion about solutions. And the solution is a good attitude. Transcend in the way that you engage with people, and when you come in contact with people, exchange. That's the best way to do it. Do you notice how when humanity goes through a social crisis, gets at odds with one another, how there is catastrophic things that happen in the world to get our attitudes back in check and get us back to brotherhood? The spirit, as I said at the beginning, of the kumbaya, and it's something to think about. I mean, this is not by coincidence. We've been meant to congregate, just so you didn't forget that. We've been meant to congregate. So you have a life to live it. I mean, that's what we're here. We're supposed to connect, get together. There's a reason why that when we get together, picnics and family gatherings and things, and to create memories, there's a spirit of togetherness, and that's why that exists, quite frankly. Now I can't make this stuff up, but I wanted to give you 1 or 2 examples, like I normally do, of things that I'm seeing that people are displaying in their behavior, their attitude, right? The attitude of polite versus impoliteness. the attitude of extreme inconsideration of others. How do you process that? Do you know anybody that's like that? That's, that's the regular mode of operation for them, is displaying inconsideration for others? I hope not. Have you seen anybody behave this way lately? I mean, I'm thinking people are coming out of the woodwork right now with this sort of behavior, thinking it's acceptable when it's really not. Mind your manners, right? Just some of the golden rules. So I've been seeing this more lately than in the past. And that's why I decided to do the talk show, Wake Up Call by Design. These are things that we're not talking about. So note to self, okay? We're getting to the takeaway. And let me just say this before I move on to the takeaway, is don't be a product of this mass epidemic that's going on with bad attitudes and inconsideration, thinking that's the acceptable norm. It's not. It's unfortunately, it's some sort of, like I said, epidemic or dysfunction we've come into, thinking it's acceptable to behave this way. And truly it's not. It doesn't do anything for a situation. Again, it takes away, it doesn't add to it. Okay? So let's take responsibility for our behavior, each and every one of us, where we stand. You don't have to tell anyone. Just quietly meditate, right? And do like a just do a behavior assessment, and just self-check. Note to self: in the morning, I'm going to do a behavior assessment. I want to make sure that my attitude is par for the course for making someone smile or making an impact in the world. Okay? So that's the takeaway today. Go out, do the behavior assessment in the morning, in the spirit of getting the attitude right before you leave the house. As I said, just do a little self-meditating. Get it in check before you leave the house. All right? That's going to help do something really good for the world. We've got to start getting back to these discussions where we're starting to feel good about what we're doing and not getting dragged out into this cesspool of bad behavior. Okay? So, another great episode of Wake Up Call by Design. Again, we do this right by the bedside. Start with a sense of accomplishment by making your bed every day. And that'll get the rest of the things moving in motion. All right? Tune in for the next episode. I do appreciate you following me and watching this Wake Up Call by Design segment. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.